Hello and welcome to Leeds United's Road to the Premier League Season 2 Episode 9. In this video we are going to be going through a few games, mostly home games for once. There's only one simmed away game and quite a few people come back from injury. Naki Wells, Luke Varney as you saw there, and Jason Pearce as well I think. Anyway, our first game is against Hull City away, so basically that's a game we should be really looking to win. They're ninth in the league at the moment, so they're chasing us. You know, we're still in the playoffs, only just, as you can see, by 1 point. One frigging point is all that separates us from Nottingham Forest, and luckily there's a bit of a gap from Huddersfield to Forest, but, you know, my poor form as of late is really hurting us, so I'm going to make a few changes, going to put some pace into the team. I know Byram got injured as well. Both got sprained ankle, Naki Wells and Byram, so gonna have to play some reserves, I'm afraid. You know, gonna have to give some people a chance. This is the thing that I want to do in the transfer window, is strengthen not just my first team but my squad. I've always said it's alright having a really good first team, you need a decent squad to get promoted, and I think that's what Leeds are lacking in real life at the present. Anyway, we've got the game against Hull City and we've drawn it 0-0. No one's got injured, no one's got sent off. I'm quite happy with that. As I said, they're a team that are chasing promotion as well as us, so we'll take that 0-0. Came off the pitch with a point from this league encounter. Neither manager was happy with the points dropped, but after the game they both felt the team lacked the cutting edge to get the 3 points. As you can see, West Ham are now running away with the league. They really are. They shouldn't be in this league. Anyway, the home game against Sheffield United was next, and I got off to the worst possible start. That is just so poor defending, poor goalkeeping, everything about it was just awful. But we came back strong, and straight from the kick-off we looked to attack and get in the faces of Sheffield United, who are actually bottom of the league by quite a distance. They look already like they're relegated. A shot there, straight at the goalkeeper, straight at Howard. And McCall Smith passed it to Thomas. McCall Smith got it back off Thomas, who passed it to McCormack, who put Robinson in. But I think that's a very harsh penalty. Free kick to give. A very harsh free kick, and so close there. Really unlucky not to score. Could have gone under the keeper or anything, but Alan Tate with a powerful header there. What a goal. He leaped like a salmon. Absolute no stopping that. I mean, that is a fantastic header. So it's 1-1, and within 2 minutes I'm straight back in the game and it's game on. This is a team that we should be looking to pan, really. I mean, McCall Smith causing them all sorts of problems, who crosses it to Beckford, and oh wow, what a goal. Diving header into the bottom corner 3 minutes after we scored our last goal, and in the space of 5 minutes I've turned it round from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. And Sheffield United came forward, you know, looking to get that equaliser as soon as possible, but luckily that's just wide, and I think it takes a deflection. It does indeed. It takes a deflection, goes out for a corner. Not very good at defending corners, but Butland does brilliantly there to clear the danger. The throw, however, was not brilliant. Sheffield United, I don't know why, but the defenders were so far up the pitch, which just allowed me to get in behind them all the time. And, you know, with Beckford's pace, I was causing them all sorts of problems. Again, look, they've only got 3 defenders back, and luckily for them, he's just offside there, otherwise I'm in again. And I think that's why they're so low down the table. They're just so poor defensively, it's unreal. I mean, yeah, it's 2-1 at the moment, but it could be so much more. And again, McCall Smith trying to get onto the end of that ball, but just can't quite get there. And then Porter to Turner, who crosses it in, but just wide, luckily for me. And Butland takes the goal kick. Beckford going really close there, just wide in the 29th minute. And once again, Beckford getting a little bit of fortune there and just shooting wide. And this was basically the story of the half. Everything were wide, but just before half time, Beckford nicked one in the 42nd minute, tucked it into the bottom corner. It's nothing less than a deserved. But Sheffield United should have scored before half time. I mean, that is an absolute sitter. That is a howler of a miss. Oh dear me, it was an open goal pretty much. And just before half time, I had one last chance to threaten, but Ross McCormack doing really good work there to win the ball, but nothing comes of it. He's tackled. And as far as I know, that was half time, and indeed it was half time. 2-1 at half time, 3-1, sorry. And they should be really looking to pan this team now. Like I say, they play so far up the pitch, it's like they need goals. I know they do need goals, but you don't play that far up the pitch. And if I had Naki Wells on, I only fear, it would be 6 or 7 now. Because his pace would annihilate them. Luckily, he's just offside. He's had a really good effort, hit the post. Oh, that is close. That is really, really tight. Oh man, that was so close. And we came forward, looking to break the counter-attack once again that Sheffield United just couldn't deal with. Beckford causing them all sorts of problems on the wing, who crosses it in, but that's cleared for the first time. I think that's the first cross that's been cleared with a header, but, I'm playing high up the pitch now. I don't know why, and again, you can tell the bottom of the league and confidence is low because they should be scoring those. They should be putting them away. But they're not, so luckily for me it's still only 3-1. Some good combination play here between Robinson and Beckford as he picks out Thomas, and Thomas looks to cut on the inside there, but he's tackled just at the last minute before he could pull the trigger. And no, it's just pretty much how it went. Sheffield United gave possession away, and then we countered. And all I needed to do was thread that ball to McCormack, who tucks it away. It's 4-1 the 61st minute, and now you fear for Sheffield United that it could get very embarrassing this game. I mean, that is a wonderful finish by McCormack. Absolutely nothing on his finish against Tottenham at the weekend, but it's still a very, very good goal. And it got worse for Sheffield United as well. McCormack again, through on goal, makes no mistake. Same corner again, and Sheffield United are now officially being annihilated. And I can safely bring some subs on and rest a few players for the next game. And but it could have got even worse. Beckford threw on goal, but luckily is in two minds for the goalkeeper to snatch it off him. Didn't know whether to lob him or shoot, and in the end he did neither, so he got away with that. I brought Naki Wells on and George Boyd. George Boyd had a lot of clubs chasing him throughout the season, and you'll find out who and how much for in the in this video actually, in the next coming couple of games. Sheffield United desperate to get one back here. I mean, again, that is a sitter. Any other team would have scored that against me, so you can tell the bottom of the league. And Naki Wells, who's just come on, slots it under the goalkeeper in the 87th minute, and that is officially an absolute drumming for Sheffield United, and you really fear for their league position now. They're well down in the gutter. I mean, I think all three teams are like 10 points away from being safe, so it looks to be all but over for them teams. They're going to get relegated already in this part of the season unless they get a minor miracle happen. I mean, again, look, you're just seeing how easy it is to get inside, and Naki Wells should do better, even though he's just scored a really good goal. But Sheffield United was so put, and that was it, 6-1. Naki Wells, Ross McCormack with a double, Jermaine Beckford with a double, and Alan Tate with the header from the corner. And Campos scored in the 3rd minute. And may I remind you, Sheffield United scored first. Sheffield United made it 1-0 in the 3rd minute, and I'm really happy with that. Obviously, Beckford and Ross McCormack get a joint man of the match because they both scored twice. This next game was a completely different story, however, against top of the league West Ham at home. I knew this was going to be a really, really tough game, and I looked to get at them and cause a shock because we've definitely worked the favourites here, and what a save that is. I was absolutely gutted he saved that because that was a really well worked move, and again we came forward and that is so close, and Naki Wells, who I started this game, took a risk with even though he was still a little bit injured, and it not gone in, and that was half time, 0-0. It was all Leeds United in the first half, we dominated and we should have been 1 or 2 ahead. I brought George Boyd on for Jerome Thomas for the simple fact he was knackered. And, well, I wish I could say the first half was as good as the second, but unfortunately, guys, it really wasn't. Watford going 1-0 up against Forest there. And stupidly giving the ball away, which was pretty much the story of the second half, giving possession away far too easily, not retaining the ball enough, and West Ham countering all the time, and with players like Jarvis, and as you can see who's on the ball now with his pace and everything, you just can't let him do that, and Carroll there finishes beautifully. I mean, what a well worked goal that is by West Ham. That's why they're top of the league, that's why they should be in the Premiership. I decided to bring Beckford off for the simple fact he was tiring as well, and to give other players a chance. Craig McCall-Smith's been moaning that he's not getting enough first team football, so this was his chance to show what he could do. Ross McCormack, as you can see, they're all looking really tired, apart from McCall-Smith obviously who's just come on, but West Ham sealed the game in the 81st minute with a well worked finish by Kevin Nolan. Take nothing away from the lad, that was a fantastic finish. The ball over the top makes it though. I'm not sure what my defenders are doing, but that is unstoppable. Jack Butland can do nothing about that, and that was the game. A completely different story to the first half, and West Ham deserved the win in the end for the second half performance. A little bit disappointing to lose that game. A draw would have been fantastic, but we'll take what we can get, and unfortunately we couldn't get a draw or anything. Once again, I've had to swap the team around due to people tiring and injuries and people coming back from injury and everything, and it's becoming a little bit tedious now, the amount of times I'm having to make changes. Anyway, got Cardiff City now away, and now this will be a tough game. Cardiff lost against Leicester in the last game, and we've drawn 1-1. I'll take that because they are also in the hunt for promotion, and Ross McCormack's injured. How bad is it? Oh, he's out for 2 months. This is getting ridiculous now. I'm running out of defenders and strikers. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to have to buy so many players in the transfer window. I'm going to have to buy 6 or 7 because, like I say, if you want to get promoted, you need a strong squad, not a strong first team. It's alright having a strong first team, but if a few players get injured, you've had it. And Jason Pearce is back from injury, which is really good news. Hopefully, I'm not going to risk him this game coming, but in the next game he will definitely be back in the first team frame. A player I rate both on this game and in real life, and I think he should be, in our first team. As you can see, finally the transfer window is approaching. It's 1 day away, and already new owners promise success at Ipswich Town. It's concluded a day before the transfer window, funny enough. It was well known as Barcelona, Manchester United and Real Madrid. Little bit dreamy there. I think they're dreaming a little bit too much. Anyway, I'll show you some players that I'm looking at. Ross Barkley, who's currently on loan at Leeds, really impressed me, so definitely going to make a bid for him. Future England player, that is for damn sure. So we'll put 3.9 million on him. I'm quite happy to pay that. I've looked at a few players on loan. Alex Pearce, youngster who's caught my eye from Reading, looks really good. Josh McEachran looks good. Michael Johnson, no, I'm not going to go for Michael Johnson. Scott Allen, I like the look of Scott Allen and Jack Robinson. I wouldn't want to loan Jack Robinson, I want to buy him. And Max Gradle, I'm going to inquire about Max Gradle. Well, I'm going to make a bid and see if they turn it down or not. He's worth 4.1 million. So I'm going to bid 5.5 for the simple fact I want Max Gradle back at Leeds United. I mean, look at acceleration, pace, agility, balance. It's insane. And obviously that will make Stephen Pienaar useless. Good as a backup player, but I don't think he'll join me as a backup player from a Premiership team. Zavron Hines, I had my eye on him, but not anymore. And Lewis McGugan is a definite possibility. I mean, his long shots are insanely good. So we'll inquire about him and see how much they want for him. Inquire about Alex McCarthy, apologies. Alex Pearce, Alex McCarthy's goalkeeper for Reading, I think. And as you can see, the next game is against Ipswich Town, who also are in the frame for promotion at 8th at the moment. Some inquiries have come in. They want 1.3 million for Alex Pearce. I'm happy to pay that. So let's see where that goes. One of the big stars. At 3.5 million for Lewis McGugan. And I've received a few offers for George Boyd. 2.2 million, and the chief executive says I could get 2.8, and that is exactly how much I want. I want as much money as possible to put towards other players. I know I only got Boyd in the summer, and he's the top assister in the league, which is why he's got all this interest, I think. But you know, he's 28 years old. He's getting on-ish, so really I want to get what I can for him. I wish I'd sold McCall Smith actually in the summer and got 3 million for him, because I could have used that money to get much better players in cheaper, but never mind, it doesn't matter. And the offer's been accepted by Everton for Ross Barkley, so we're going to offer him a contract. I'm going to offer him £2,000 more than he's currently getting, just to sweeten the deal. You know, it's from a Premiership team to a Championship team, so sometimes you have to offer a little more dosh to persuade them. And 5-year contract as well, because I want to keep him for as long as possible. And we've received some more offers for George Boyd. I'm just going to counter offer all these, because you know, whoever offers that can have him. Basically, he's been in great form, leads the league in assists. His market value should be between 2.4 and 2.8, but I want 2.8, and Newcastle 2.5. That's not a bad offer. Might have to take that. See if anyone else offers any more. So, Naki Wells saying, I've been in pretty good form and I'm feeling good, so I hope you're going to start me in the next game. Don't worry, Naki, I am. The only reason you're on the bench is because you were injured. And the last thing I want is you injured again. Ross McCormack's out for 2 months, so I'm going to have to put in George Boyd, I think. Theo Robinson at centre attacking mid, and possibly put... Who could I put at left mid? Jerome Thomas. So, Ipswich Town at home. Really good defending there. I'm being sarcastic, of course. That is awful. Absolutely awful. Lack of communication. And, so close. Really good save in the end. And pretty much it was one of those games where it was end to end, but nothing really came of the chances. Ipswich threw on goalie, Martin. He's going to score, you know he is, and he has. He slid into the bottom corner, got him behind the defence, and, well, just slotted it away. Shit defending. We're looking to get back into the game now. Beckford passes it to Robinson. Robinson has a shot, and oh, how unlucky is that? But Jermaine Beckford's in the right place at the right time to head it home. What an effort that was, though, by Theo Robinson. His long shots must be decent as well, because he has scored some right goals for me. And I'm surprised there hasn't been any interest in him and Naki Wells, but I hope it stays that way, because I really can't afford to lose them both. Anyway, we're putting Ipswich under pressure. Commentators bringing up a point about George Boyd leaving. I didn't play him in the end. I decided to play somebody else. And I was really trying to be careful. I didn't give a penalty away there. Ipswich Town were all over me up to this point. And, you know, I was thinking if I can get in behind this defender, I'm in. And in the end, I've just unluckily messed that pass up, otherwise he could have been in. Now, Sam Byram, who statistically has never scored a home game for us, which is insane. He's never scored a home game for us, even though he plays at right mid for me usually. He's never scored a game. So Verdugo there, going really close, just striking wide of the mark. Oh, he's so close. And that was pretty much it up to half time. We're just waiting for them to take this goal kick, already wasting time. And Ipswich Town coming forward here, and I don't know if I just went into vast panic mode or something, but they scored that goal. Michael Chopper with a really good finish, but that is really disappointing. Just literally last kick of the game, well, last kick of the half, and it's just shocking. Really is shocking. It's like my whole defence went to sleep, and that's how the half would have ended if Naki Wells hadn't gone up the other end and scored this absolute screamer. Sorry, this is the second half now. I forgot to include the half-time clip, so I confused myself. I apologise for the poor commentary. I'm just not getting much sleep lately, so I'm a bit dozy. So that was 2-2, Leeds 2, Ipswich 2, and gonna be honest with you, there wasn't really many chances after that. It was one of them games where you see Scott Lurch has got 10 clean sheets, a player that I'm looking at as a reserve keeper when I'm in the Premiership. Rate him, I think he's a really good keeper, and really there wasn't that many chances in this game in the second half. There was an odd free kick which you're about to see, and there was a few shots at the keeper, but nothing majorly. And I'm going to tell you now, this ended as it is now. It finished 2-2, and Conley, I don't know why Conley's taken a free kick, but that is shite. We had a few chances. I was desperate for Byram to score, and he should have there. That is so close, and it's just not going to happen for us today. I felt straight away, you know, it's not going to happen for us. We're trying our best to get a goal, and unfortunately it's not going anywhere. This was a couple of minutes later, and Naki Wells turning on the inside. Great save again by Lurch. And Lurch was single-handedly keeping Ipswich in this game, and oh my word! Oh, well, that's official. That is the epitome of me not scoring today. It cleared off the line after it hit the bar and post, and that is such a soft free kick to give away. It's annoying. 88th minute. I should have won it. I really should have won it, but it's taken a deflection and Lurch covers it quite easily, wasting as much time as possible before he takes the goal kick, of course. And I don't know who that is down on the ground injured, but he can get up because I can't afford any more injuries. It looks like he's going to be okay, and Robinson desperately trying to make a nuisance of himself, but it's not going anywhere, and penning Ipswich down in their own half, because I know what they're like at scoring bloody last minute goals. And what is that? That is an absolutely awful pass. that was pretty much it. That's it. Half time. It was 2-1 to Ipswich. So I'll take a draw at 2-2. I mean, I should really be looking to win these games, but like I say, Ipswich are in the frame for promotion as well. What I need to do is win the games that I should be winning, you know, like against Sheffield United, Charlton Athletic, Notts County, and I'm not. I don't know why, but I can't seem to beat the top. I can't seem to beat the lower teams. I have no problem beating the top teams or drawing against the top teams, but I can't beat the lower teams. And if I don't pull my finger out soon, I'm gonna drop out the playoff zone and face the heartache of not getting in again. And we've had a few transfer offers accepted. They've accepted the transfer offer for Max Gradle, so let's offer him a contract. Offer him a few more bob than he's already on, and hoping that that is enough. However, I know that it's going to be a difficult transfer because he lives abroad. They've reviewed the asking price for Boyd, and unfortunately it's more than they're willing to pay, so they can piss off. We've reviewed their asking price, and Newcastle are going to go ahead with it. So hopefully I get 2.8 million for him, because that will be really useful for my transfer budget. Although, you know, I've still got 24 mil left. Like I've said, I'm going to have to get 6 or 7 players in if I want to be on the hunt for promotion, which I most definitely do. I mean, I don't want to do another season in a championship. I'm kind of fed up on a championship, to be honest. I just want to get out of this league, get into the Premier League, and survive. That's my goal for my first season in the Premier League, is just to survive. If I can get into Europe, absolutely amazing. But if I can survive, I'll be happy. And I'm getting kind of fed up of counter-offering all these, so I'm just going to reject any that I don't think are going to pay up what Newcastle are offering. But they might, because they're offering 2.5, and I'm going to go with 2.9 and see if they bite on that. Possibly will, possibly won't. And there's a player returning from loan, which is Robbie Rogers, who isn't very good, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, that's it for this episode, guys.